and welcome, each and every one of you. With you today is me, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, called Daiga. And joining me again is Christine Chembers, intuitive
Hello.
psychic medium, spiritual life coach, shop owner, angel card reader, and much more. Uh, Hello, Christine.
Hello, how are you, my love?
Oh, I'm fine. I will tell you about everything in 1 minute. I
Okay.
just want to remind everybody to be both taking in private clients. Christine is taking in private clients for readings and for coaching, and she probably will remind you what she does again to not make you forget about it. And I'm taking in private clients for coaching and therapy, and I'm using life coaching, EFT, Reiki, access bars, hypnotherapy, psychotherapy in my work. So we both are able to help you if you're struggling in your life. Okay, Christine, are you ready to start our show?
Yes, of course, always.
Good, great. Uh, so I want to start our show with very interesting news I get from YouTube. My very first warning. I've been watching lots of truthers over this period of 2 years, and they've been channels been cancelled. They had the strikes, they had the warnings. They've been talking in their shows a lot about that. But I was like, oh no, it's all fine. I'm completely fine. Till my previous show, which one was on Thursday, get put on a private as a private show. Nobody can see the show.
Oh,
And I got from YouTube warning. It's not strike, but it is warning. So I need to do something with this video. I don't understand what I done wrong, to be honest, because there is no explanation. Only your video doesn't apply to YouTube's forever rules and regulations they setting for some reason, yeah? And I have no idea because we didn't talk in the show about anything. There wasn't any politics. There wasn't anything what could be possible trigger points, yeah? What I know from two routers that triggers the checks, yeah? It wasn't anything like that, but I get warning. So my very first question, I will be very selfish today, and I start show with my own question, and that is, what cards can say about future of my channel? Do I need to go get worried and move to alternative channels such as Rumble or anything else, or everything with my channel will be fine? What cards
okay. Well, the question's already been asked. Oh, and instantly we have choose freedom. Um, sometimes, well, let me read it. I think I'll read this one. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You can free yourself from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you may act upon. So, the answer to that question would be to look elsewhere to see whether there's any other platforms that you can use. The card is definitely saying that this is blocking you, exact word for word, and that you need to free yourself by looking at other ways to be able to create your show. So, yeah, I would start looking at other platforms, my love.
To start looking at other platforms as well, because I know that is Benjamin. It's uh, Benjamin show. I don't remember second name, but anyway, he always is doing like on YouTube doing like first few minutes, yeah, and all rest of show you have to click on a link and it is on Rumble,
Right. Well,
yeah.
From a personal view, I think, and this is on all platforms, whether it be TikTok or Facebook, whatever, and it happens to me sometimes, but if you have anything to do with spirituality, even if the show at the time didn't have anything to do with spirituality, but you are linked with spirituality, they will block you because they, for the same reason as I say every week, they don't want us to wake up. And we are, that the nation is waking up tremendously and fast as well. And they're scared. So anything to do with spirituality or anything connected with it, block, 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 or they'll stop you from doing what you're doing. But it just means that we've got to keep doing it because it's working.
Yeah, it is working. We're
Yeah.
doing something right. It just, you know how it is. It's putting me down, and it was like quite bad few hours I
Yeah.
had after getting this. I was like dropped from 5D straight away to 3D. Yeah, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's easily done. But I think if you put a positive spin on it, like I've just said, and it's working. Whatever we're doing is actually creating them to block, block, block. Let's get rid of this lady. So
yeah,
it's a positive thing.
from one point of view, I think probably that's, like you said, it's a good thing because
Yeah.
they start noticing my channel.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
start noticing something there is not right. Yeah, so
Yeah, and we're doing good as well. They don't like people that help other people, which is bizarre,
yeah,
but it's the way of the world at the moment.
yeah,
Things are moving, things are shifting quite quickly.
yeah. Okay, let's start. Let's start from our viewers' questions. First question is from Julia. What's my purpose in life?
So what's the name again?
Julia.
Julie.
Julia is
Julie.
Julia. It's a
Hi,
Russian
Julia.
lady. Julia is asking, what's my purpose in life?
Okay, so just wait for one more card to come out. Oh gosh, there we are. So the first three cards that have come out, and I always start with three cards because it shows your past, present, and future. And the first card is intuition and insight, which tells me that you are very intuitive, and they're very accurate. You can trust your guides and your inner soul. Well, not so much your inner soul, because you can trust that anyway, but your guides and your angels are leading you through your path right now. And at some point, you've asked for help, and they are definitely there helping you. So trust in your intuition. At the moment, you're feeling eight of emotions. You're feeling a deep longing for something. It's almost like you feel that there's something out there that you're meant to be doing that you're not doing, and that there's an emptiness, which is something that a lot of us are feeling or have felt. I felt it years ago, and it disappeared as soon as I started my spiritual path, and we're all being called right now to do that. So my intuition is telling me that you're probably at the start of your spiritual awakening, and that's where that emptiness is coming from. But it will be fulfilled as you continue through the path of spiritual awakening and enlightenment. But your angels want you to know that your current challenges are pushing you to be assertive and self-confident, and be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life, which tells me that there is a lot of people, or some people in your life at the moment, that are creating issues for you. And this is actually your future card. So we've got your insight and intuition, which tells me that you are very intuitive and to trust your gut instinct. And also that there's that deep longing that you are looking for something that you don't really know what it is. That is your spiritual awakening. So I urge you to, you can either come and talk to me, have a consultation with me, and which will be free of charge, of course, but it just gives you an insight of where to start, and get a feeling that it's not actually as as difficult as you would think to start on that spiritual path. But get going on that, because that will be something that unfolds over the year. But beware of people around you. You will find as you go through your spiritual awakening that people will be shown to you that aren't good for you. People that you even thought were good, that you could trust, they'll start moving away from you, and you'll start losing friends and family, unfortunately. But that's something that does happen through an awakening. But they're asking you to be aware of certain people. And I urge you, do not be frightened to push these people out. We have to look after our own interests, and set boundaries for or letting people know how it is that you want to be treated. And that's really important. So I feel that that's going to come around later on in the year. So be aware of that. Let me just get one more card. Can we have some clarification on what it is that's just been said, please?
And we have one viewer already, so please come up with your questions. We're waiting for live questions, so please, you can ask your question.
There's something in your past that's been bothering you as well, and that your guides and angels are asking you to remember your past accurately. We know for a fact that as human beings, psychologically, we can overthink things to the point where we will almost make things up in our head. So whatever it is that's happened in your past, you will revisit this in your spiritual awakening, but at the same time, try and remember it accurately. Journal, write things down, and try not to twist things. But overall, you are set to have a very good year, but you just have to be very wary of people around you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. Next question is from Julia again. Will I be able to forget and let go my ex-husband and his new wife? Any suggestions how to do that?
Okay. Well, I'll see what the cards say, but it might be something that we can answer from a life coach perspective rather than a psychic point of view. But let me just see what the cards do have to say for you overall. Okay. Okay. So
please, for people who are watching us now, please starting to come up with live questions. I am waiting for your live questions, so please just write down in comments and we will be answering your questions.
Okay, so it's interesting what the cards have brought up. So the first card is the Ten of Abundance, which shows to me that although you're going through this situation right now, which isn't a very good one, that you have been blessed in other areas. I do see that you have children, and they're a blessing, and that's something to keep your mind focused and to be grateful for. But I'm also feeling that although, again, the situation's happening, your future is set for a very good retirement, and you are going to be or find yourself very comfortable. So that's something to keep in mind. Your now card, which is what's happening now, is asking you to stop being so hard on yourself. You're beating yourself up massively over what's happened with you and your husband. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling like you're feeling like it's your fault. You're blaming yourself for what's happened, which isn't something that you need to put on yourself at all. And I don't feel like there's anything to worry about either. I mean, I still feel like you love him, which is very difficult to deal with, especially if he's with somebody else. So I feel a lot of jealousy there. And I also feel like you've got a lot of anxiety, and you're possibly not sleeping very well either at the moment. So your future card is saying that this situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. Whatever is happening in your life is happening for a reason, my love. and you need to go with the flow of things. I'm feeling like you're better off without him. And I do feel as if he wasn't a very good character in your life anyway. He wasn't a very good person to be around. Excuse me. So as difficult as this is, it's happening for your better good. And you're surrounded by those who have only the best intentions. So I do feel like you've got a very good support system around you. So cling on to that. Help, ask for help. And if you haven't already asked for help from your guides and angels, then ask them. I say this quite a lot, but remember that we as human beings are given free will, and actually we're the only planet in the whole universe that has free will on it, which is a blessing for humans. But our guides and angels don't have free will. They are with us, but they can't help us until we ask them to. And when we do, they are celebrating. They're jumping for joy because they know now that they can do what it needs, or do what needs to be done to get you through this. So, and it is as simple as saying, guides, angels, help me. But on a spiritual life coaching point of view, I would ask, and don't forget, as well as our angels, we have our archangels, and there's so many of them out there that have their own responsibility and duties to us on Earth. And Archangel Michael is a healer. He will help us with our illnesses, but he will also help us to cut ties with anybody that we are bonded to. And I urge you in the evenings, as you're falling asleep, but you're still awake, so you're still conscious, but you're almost in that meditative state, ask Archangel Michael to come to you. You should see, not everybody, but you should see a blue light, which is the light that he's associated with. When you see that, you know that he's near. You'll probably feel a presence anyway. But imagine you and your husband with a cord from your belly button to his belly button. And envision Archangel Michael, because he carries a sword. If I have got a picture of him, I should keep it out for this thing. But he will sever that cord, and you imagine and put intention into the thought that you can see that cord being cut. And then imagine your husband drifting away until you cannot see him anymore, and then go to sleep. And I promise you, in the morning, you will feel so much better. All right? But again, if there's anything you need to talk about further, there's me and that you can come and talk to, or message me, and we're here to help. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Christine. Julie is asking another question. Will I meet my new love in the next 6 months?
Okay, let's have a look.
That would be a very huge blessing, I think. After this reading, what you've done for her, that would be a great blessing for her to get minds off everything.
Yeah. Okay, so what's her name again?
Julia.
Julia. It's a beautiful name. Okay, let's see.
Please, for those who are watching live, please come up with live questions, yeah? We are waiting for your live questions.
Ooh, gosh, the energy's building in my cards.
Message in my inbox. Message in my inbox. Sorry, John, could you please just like you done message now on the comments, could you please write this message what you asked question here, because I didn't see your message on inbox. I'm sorry. Please just rewrite your message on here on the comments. Thank you very much. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Okay, so we have 4 cards that have come out for you. The first one is to go within. Intuitively, we all have our guides and angels, and they are asking you to start from the inside out. There's a lot of spaghetti junction in your head. I feel like that your head's all over the place, and you're overthinking a lot, which is causing anxiety to happen. But going within will help to give you perspective. Going within, it means meditating or going for a walk in nature. But again, this is a card that shows me that you have a very strong intuition. And it's time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer, which is what it says. And I think from that, you will be able to manifest your dreams, which is your second card, manifesting your dreams. And you're ready to go. There's nothing holding you back from being able to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, but it's the mindset that you need to be in. There's no need for any additional preparation. All you need to do is take the first steps towards the changes that you desire. I do feel like you struggle with self-love and self-image. And we have to be careful what we reflect out into the universe, because that will reflect back. So if you've got any insecurities or doubts about yourself and you are continuously thinking that, then that is exactly what you're going to get in return. And that's possibly why you've not been able to find anybody. But having said that, by going within and doing the work that you need to do to be able to work from the inside out and being able to manifest your dreams, and manifesting something is as simple as believing that it's already happened, that it's and experiencing the feelings that you expect to feel once that thing is with you, and living as if it's already there. If you think about something that may come in the future, or it's not going to happen now, but it might happen in a couple of months, it will always be a couple of months reach away. It'll never actually manifest in the present. So to do that, think of it that it's already happened. Healer of Abundance is your third card. Never doubt that you have made a difference. So I do believe that somebody is going to be coming into your life this year, but it's about growing your inner confidence and believing in yourself. It all comes from within you. You are, we all create our own reality. It's on my shop door. The business is called Intuition, but underneath it, we create our own reality. So we create what is happening in our lives by the way that we think, the way that we feel. But your guides are telling you that abundance is coming. It's also showing me as well that there might be a change in your career on the cards as well. But I know that that isn't what you've asked for. So I'm going to touch on that and tell you that something is going to be happening in your career. But your last card is 3 of Action, which means that things are going to work out beautifully. So in answer to your question, yes, but it comes from all of those things that are showing in the cards as well, by going in within, working on yourself, being positive. Positive thoughts make positive things happen. And if you do find that your thoughts are going into the negative mindset, repeat that. Be conscious of your thoughts. And then if you're aware of that happening, say to yourself, positive thoughts make positive things happen. Positive thoughts make positive things happen. And repeat it as many times as you need to until you can take a deep breath and carry on in a positive mindset. All right? But yes, you will meet somebody this year.
Next one question is from John. Thank you, John, for repeating this question here on comments. Do I have gift to connect to other side and help them connect with their loved ones? John is
Hi,
asking,
John.
yeah, hi John. Do I have gift to connect to other side and help them connect with their loved ones?
Again, I'll ask the cards and see what the cards have to say for you, which is your guides, my guides, joining together and picking out the cards that relate to your question. But we can answer that without the cards, which is yes. Every single human being on this planet has the gift to be able to connect with the spirit side. But you have to be at a certain awakening on your spiritual journey for it to happen. And also, I think most importantly, be at the right conscious level. There's a lot of suppression in the world right now, and there's a lot of people that are remaining in the 2D frequency. There's lots of realms, and it goes up to 20. I honestly don't know how many realms they are, but at the moment, planet Earth, people that are asleep are in the 2D realm. People that are spiritual, on a spiritual path, move up to 4D, 5D. Once you get to the 5D of consciousness, you will start to be able to see things that you can't see in the density of the 2D world. And even myself have to go back down to 2D when I have to clean the house or do the pots or do the mundane things of the human world. But it's about getting your consciousness up to the 4-5D realm when you'll start seeing things and being able to connect a lot easier. But like I said, let's see what the cards say. So the first one that's come out is the 8 of Actions. There's so much going on right now in your life. And I feel, oh gosh, that one wanted to come out. Sorry. Oh, and that one. Okay, so 8 of Action. So yeah, there's a lot cracking off in your life at the moment. And you might be overwhelmed by everything that's happening. But it's not a negative busyness. It's a positive busyness. But your guides and angels are asking you to be a little bit more grateful for things in your life. I'm feeling like this fogginess that you're experiencing from all of the situations or the busyness in your life is casting a negative, oh sorry, there was noise outside, is casting a negative feeling within you. So what your guides are asking you to do is to be a little bit more grateful for what you have in your life. You might be coming across some challenges as well that you need to face, but it's all good. I mean, it's all positive change, and do it from your intuition and from your guides and from your heart, and everything is going to be okay. Your second card is 7 of Emotions, which is telling you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. There's a little bit of procrastination cracking off in your life. And you're worried about upsetting somebody. This decision that you've got to make involves another person, and you are frightened of upsetting them or letting them down. But what your guides are asking you to do is to make that choice. You know the choice that you have to make. You already know that, but you're holding back because of this person. Make the decision. Go for it and stop procrastinating. And then your last card is a new beginning. You are on your spiritual awakening. You have been for a while now, I'm feeling. But you hold fear. You are worried about the outcome of a certain situation. And it might be that even though you want to connect with the spirit realm and you are feeling that that is your gift, at the same time you have fear. It's almost like around every corner you're looking to see whether you can see anything supernatural, or you're worried about what you may see. Remember that fear isn't real. Fear is it's our imagination, and you are creating that fear in your own mind that is holding you back from opening up. So stop, let go of the fear. Don't worry about the fear. You have unique gifts to offer the world. And once you free yourself from that fear, I do feel like these opportunities and these gifts are going to open up. So if you do need some help with letting go of this fear and understanding that fear isn't real, and moving away from that, then please feel free to inbox me and we can work on that. But failing that, yes, you are destined for that type of work, but there's a few things that you need to do to be able to get there with this situation, with this person, procrastinating, decluttering your mind a little bit and getting rid of that overwhelmingness that you're feeling, and letting go of fear. All right, my love. Thank you, John. If there's anything else you want to add to that, then please do.
John is adding, spot on, the fear is right, haha.
Oh, bless you. Sweetheart, it's something that I've had to deal with. I saw a shadow person once, and it totally freaked me out. I was going to bed one evening, and downstairs was all shut off. We turned all the lights off. The dogs were asleep in the kitchen, we'd gone upstairs. My husband had already gone to bed, and I was seeing to my children. I was going in, giving them kisses and cuddles and saying goodnight to them. And I'd just come out of their bedroom, and I was just about to go into my bedroom, and the stairs are here, and the door for my son's room's here. And as I walked out of their room, I saw this shadow person walking up the stairs, and it was a grey mass, but in the shape of a human being, a human. And I just stopped, and by the time it got to the top of the stairs, it had disappeared. And I didn't sleep very much that night, put it that way, and it did freak me out a lot. And I prayed and meditated for a long while after that and said, I don't want to see anything. I'm frightened of seeing anything. Please don't let me see anything. And I put the intention there that I did not want to see or be able to see anything like that again. And although I do this work and spirit come through, they show me in a way that I am comfortable with. I never see spirits. I see orbs. I see flashes of light. I see sometimes shadows, but they're not in a human form. And I also see spirits, especially my guides, in the bathroom, bizarrely enough, a lot more than anywhere else. But I see the waviness of heat, of the energy, almost like when you go on holiday and you see the heat on the road, or you can see the quivering of a flame above a candle. That's how I see them. And as I receive messages from them, I don't hear them vocally. It's very bizarre and very hard to explain, but I don't know. It's very hard to explain, but it's almost like a knowing, and a name comes to my mind, or I envision people. I don't see them. Very hard to explain. But what I'm saying and what I'm trying to point out to you is that they could test you like they did with me with the shadow person, but they will only show you in the way that you are comfortable with, especially if you ask them of that. And also connecting with your guides is really important as well. All right, John. Is there anything else you'd like to ask, my love?
Yeah, John, please ask more questions while we don't have any other live questions. So next question is from Julia. Will I have more children?
Julia, okay. Ooh, okay. So one card's fallen out already. This card is asking you to embrace those around you. I feel like you again. It's astounding to me how many people are on their spiritual path. But this card actually reads, this is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. So let me just see what else comes out there with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of cards here for this lady. Let's see if there's any more. No. Okay. Three of Abundance. There's a lot of abundance cards. You've got the Three of Abundance. Your passion will lead to your divine life purpose. So this spiritual awakening is going to lead you to knowing exactly what it is that you've been put on the planet for, which is remarkable. But you just need to carry on with the spiritual awakening that you're on. I feel like you've been on it for a long time. So I do feel like you're coming, I wouldn't say to the end of it, because we never stop learning, ever. Life is school, but you're coming to the end of a chapter of spiritual awakening, and you are about to experience a shift, which is an enlightenment, which is of abundance. I'm feeling as if pregnancy has been difficult for you. You've been trying for a long time, but you feel as though the situation has been blocked in some way. I don't feel like you Okay. I don't feel as if it's going to be a natural way of becoming pregnant. I do feel like you are going to have to find other alternatives to be able to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. But your last card, which is lovely, is the Ten of Abundance. I don't know if you can see that picture there,
Yeah.
but it's children around a grandfather on a rocking chair, which is indicating to me that heaven, and it said, I'll read it, heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. And this is in the future. So yes, you are going to have not, I do feel, I'm getting 3. Whether that's 3 children. Can you just give me a little bit more, please, on that? Okay, I'm feeling like it's going to take 3 attempts before you become pregnant. Okay. Sorry, no, that's the year, 2023. 2023 will be the year that you have your first child, which is very exciting. And please, I mean, I know it's a long time away, but, you know, save our numbers. Show us your baby. Well, in 3 years, what are we now? 2022, 23, 24, 25. 2025, sorry, is when I'm feeling like you will have that family. So, yeah, brilliant news for you. Thank you.
Brilliant. And we have response from John. Thank you, that's fine. Thanks, you answered, Tawan. When my gran was alive, she always say as I was wicked, the why I was afraid of seeing anything from other side.
Sorry, was that a question? Say that again, Mala.
No. He was answering back to us because we asked for more questions from him, and he was answering. Thank you. That's fine. Thanks. You answered, Tawan. When my gran was alive, she always say I was wicked. That's why I was afraid of seeing anything from other side.
Oh, bless you. Don't be afraid, my love. There's nothing to be scared of. It's always good to remember that, and it's putting things into perspective. A lot of what we see in films and on the TV and portrays the afterlife to be very dark and dingy. And you've got to remember, in the 2D world, that's what they want us to believe. They want us to be suppressed. They want us to believe that anything spiritual and anything that will lift us up into that 5D realm is bad, because they don't want us to be there. But actually, it's a wonderful place. We should never be frightened of passing over. In fact, not that I'm ready to go because I've got a wonderful life, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing adventure, because once we leave this earth and leave our, I call, meat suits, our soul lives on. We carry on and on and on, and once we get over to the side, it's very blissful. It's very abundant. Yes, there are low vibrational energies that haven't been very nice on Earth. There isn't such thing as hell, but there are different, very much like on Earth. We have 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, and then when you get up to the 16th realm, you've got your dragons and your fairies, which are real, believe it or not. We just can't see them because they're in higher dimensions. And it's the same on the other side. There's lower vibrations where the slimy, gunky energies of the earth are, and then we progress up into different realms, and it depends on what it is that we've been sent to earth for will determine where we are on those levels. So there's nothing to be frightened of at all. Spirits are, yes, there are negativity, there are negative spirits that and there are demons and things as well, but it's about our mindset. It's about how we live our life. It's very much like Star Wars. You have 2 options. You can either go with the light or the dark side or the light, and as long as you keep yourself within the light and you do positive work and you meditate and you do, you just live a positive lifestyle, then there's nothing negative is going to come to you. So it's, it's all about staying positive, but you'll be absolutely fine, John, absolutely fine.
We are joined by Terry. Hello, Terry. And
Hi, Terry.
please come up with your questions. We are waiting for live questions. Please, everybody who are watching us, please come up for live questions. And also, if you would be able to spare some coffee or coffee and cake with us, would be very grateful, because we putting lots of work and energy in this work to give you this hour or even hour and more live questions answered. So please, if you are able to afford, our PayPal link is below the video, and all your donations will be shared between us. So,
Yeah.
and will help support our work.
I missed a
Thank you
little
very
bit on
much.
that, a little bit. Last week we didn't do the show, and that was because it got to Friday evening, and I'd done a lot of readings last week. And on the Friday, I had 2 walk-ins that came into the shop and asked if I could do a reading. And stupidly, I agreed and let them come in. And they were very, very emotional readings. There was a lot of tears flowing, and we absorbed that energy. Uh, I know I do, especially. I open myself up too much, to be honest. But that's just the person I am. I have a big open heart, and I will do anything I can to help anybody. But on that particular day, I'd absorbed too much, and I'd got home and I literally couldn't even lift my arm up. Um, the film Ghost, where Patrick Swayze goes into the lady's body, and once he jumps out, he has no energy and he can hardly move. I don't know if you can remember that, but that's exactly how it makes us feel. It drains us to the point where we literally can't do anything. And I just thought, I can't do any readings tomorrow. I can't do an hour's worth of readings. So unfortunately, we had to cancel. So, it's not easy. And of course, I'm sat in a shop now, and it's my full time. This is what I do. This is my job. We do have another business that I run with my husband, but that's his work. That's what he does. And this is me. This is what I do. So yes, donations are asked for, and they're very much appreciated when they do come in. They make us both smile and make us very happy. So yes, keep that in mind.
Yes, and we have a question from Terry. Kind ma'am, I have been putting a lot of effort in my work and studies, but I'm struggling to see good outcome. Do you see success this year for me? I guess I just want reassurance or guidance from spirits.
Okay. Hi, Terry. Let's see what they've got to say, okay?
And Terry said he absolutely loves the movie Ghost.
Oh,
I
it's
do love,
brilliant.
so I still, even after watching, I don't know, I never count how many times I watched the movie, I will always be in tears. There is no
Yeah,
way
me
I will
too.
end up. I know everything inside out. I nearly can give them, pass them text what they have to speak, yeah, but
Yeah.
still it breaks me to tears, so I love it.
Okay, so we have 4 cards on the table here. You are not a very organised person, are you, Terry? I see paperwork all over your desk. I don't see any organisation there. Please give me clarification, because the first card that's come out is organisation. Your plans are on target. All the hard work that you've put into it is amazing. In fact, you have worked really hard. Um, and without looking at the cards, I don't feel like you're giving yourself enough time either. You've worked so hard to the point where you're very tired and very bogged down by it all. So remember to give yourself time to relax and just to sit and slob and watch Ghost or a film or something. But yes, your plans are on target and everything's running smoothly. But you do need to add a little bit more organisation to your life. And discipline, a little bit of discipline to your method. I feel like some days you think, right, where the hell am I going to start today? and it takes you a while to get going. So I think there's a lot of organisation and a lot of a discipline that needs to be put into place.
I'm
Um,
sorry, Christine, I interrupt. There is a message from Terry. Things have been hectic recently, so sometimes it's hard to keep life organized.
yeah, well, I understand that. I'm the same. But I think it's okay to be like that. I mean, you know, I'm lazy. I'm really lazy at home. My husband does more cleaning than me. But I think what they're asking from you is that for things to run a lot more smoother, that discipline and that little bit of organization is going to help you to create a little bit of calmness in your studies rather than the hectic busyness that you're feeling. Because I do feel like you've been getting quite stressed out as well, like whilst you've been studying. It's almost like I can envision you sitting there at a desk and you can't find that one bit of paper that had that information on that needs to help you with what you're doing. Excuse me. So I'm feeling like there's some filing systems need to come in or some sort of organisation with your work to help you with your studies. Also, be open to asking for help as well. I also feel like there's a little bit of a challenge that you need to let go of, releasing something from your past, which at the moment is bogging you down. Also, I'm feeling like there's a man involved in it. But that's bringing a lot of challenges to you. But I'm also feeling like this situation can also be very liberating, and that is letting go of it. I feel as if this situation, once you've let it go, is going to move you on to new beginnings. I feel a shift is coming your way, but it's only once you've let go of this specific situation. I might be wrong, but I do feel like there's another person involved in it, and I do feel it's male. Clarification would be brilliant there. This situation can actually lead you to a more positive outlook. And at the moment, you're putting a negative spin on it, and you're thinking of it in a negative way. But if you put a positive spin on it, you can actually find that it will bring joy to your life rather than the way it's making you feel now. But I do feel a lot of it is that you need to let go of this one situation. I've just had that this is a past relationship that you had. Please give me clarification on this, that I'm on the right page. But I can see he's a young gentleman that's left you. I almost want to say he's left you high and dry, and it's shaking you up a little bit. So yeah, they're asking you to try and move on from that. They're also asking, I mean, the third card is Helper of Thought, which is saying that your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention, and there's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving and review the details as best you can. We'll meet or someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what it. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to need some help as the months go on. I'm not quite sure what that's with. I don't think it's your studies. But once you've let go of this particular situation, and I think that's why they're asking you to become a little bit more organised. Sorry, there's something else that's coming through. Just bear with me. Sorry, I feel like there's a spirit coming through. I'm just trying to get him to come through. Is this gentleman I'm talking about on the other side? Has he passed? I don't know if you can tell me, Terry. Because I do feel like there's a spirit trying to come through. And I think maybe it's the male I've been talking about. Anyway, yeah, let me just carry on with the reading and see if Terry says anything.
I will. I look out for it.
Yeah. And the last card, let's go on to this. This shows the Ace of Abundance. So there's a lot of abundance coming into your life as well. And all the hard work that you do is going to bring you a lot of success and a lot of abundance. And there's going to be a windfall of resources as well. I don't know whether that's going to, it's either going to be money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. And I do feel like that this will take you on to your career of choice. I'll read it word for word. Ace of Abundance. This cherub brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign, and that is your future card.
We have clarification from Terry. No, I don't think so, but I'm not really sure because my ex-husband been in contact for many years.
And has he passed?
No, I don't think so, but I'm not really sure because my ex-husband been in contact for many years.
Okay.
Husband
If you can give a little bit more clarification on that, it might be that this gentleman that I'm picking up on is, if he's not passed, I feel like this is the thing that you need to let go of. And if he's been in contact with you, even though he's your ex-husband, then that time needs to be cut. You know, he's your ex-husband for a reason. And I feel like he is potentially causing issues for you. So it may be time for that connection and that cord to be cut. I mean, you've obviously not been with us.
Not been in contact.
Right.
But has not been in contact. Yeah, has not been in contact. Next clarification is.
Right. Okay. I'm still not quite sure whether he's passed or not there, but going back to the cards. Gosh, I still feel this this energy is around. It's actually giving me a bit of a headache, so I don't know whether this spirit has passed from a head injury. And it's a gentleman with dark hair with a moustache. He really does want to come through. I think maybe that's why I've got this headache, because he's making himself known. Can you give me a name, my love? I'm feeling Eric. If there's anybody in your life called Eric, please let me know. It might be just a spirit, and I'm feeling maybe it is that's just wants to be around. But if you know somebody called Eric, then please come through. But yes, going back to the cards, it's looking really good. But you need to get more organised. You need to let go of the past. Things are going to start moving really fast, and there is abundance at the end. And I can see that your career choice is going to be achieved. So well done.
Terry said, I think this spirit may not be connected to me. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. It sometimes happens, not a problem. But yes, thank you very much for your question. And yeah, carry on doing the work, my love. You're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. Next question is from Antra. Can we please check in situation in Latvia? What cards can say when all made up problems will end in Latvia? Okay,
let me just bear me 1 second. Sorry. So every now and again, a spirit will come through because they can see the light that I'm shining, and that's what they're attracted to. And I think this spirit has come through, and I've just asked him to go away. No offense, but if you're not anything to do with what's happening right now, can you please leave my energy in my space? Thank you. Because it can get really frustrating, and Like I say, my head. Oh. But anyway, yes. So, can I ask what her name is again, my love?
Antra. Antra is asking, can we please check into situation in Latvia? What cards can say when all made up problems will end in Latvia?
Okay. Ooh.
I think she means all problems about, you know, what's globally is
Okay.
going on, when all these shenanigans will end in Latvia.
Okay, I'm going to
Because
do that
they
again.
suffering, as far as I know, because all my family is there as well, they suffering quite a lot there
Okay.
still.
Right. So the cards are acting a little bit bizarre here. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to sage them, just to get rid of any energy that doesn't need to be there on them. Just bear with me. And this is the way that I would cleanse my cards. This is a stick of sage. And if I feel like my cards are getting bogged down or they've got energy on them that isn't serving the readings or helping me serve people properly, then saging will cleanse them and get rid of anything on them that doesn't need to be there. So let's just do that. Wonderful. Okay. Right. Let's get to this question. Okay, so we've got one card so far. Yeah, I do feel like things are going to change, and it's exciting as well. It's positive news. I feel like there's going to be some information that comes out fairly soon, that's going to put a new spin on things. Yeah, Ace of Action. There's going to be a lot of wonderful new opportunities that start coming up. It's a card. The second card is a card of action. So I feel like in Latvia at the moment there's been a lot of delays almost. I want to say. I mean, I'm not very familiar about what's happening over there, but things have been put on hold a lot, and there's things that need to be done, but they haven't been done because things are holding a situation back. Please, give me some clarification. Sometimes I say things that don't make sense, but they do to the person that's asked the question. So, excuse me. But I do feel, even though there's been a lot of stagnation and a lot of negativity, that positivity is coming. The third card is Five of Thoughts. There is going to be a better direction, and the direction that things go in is going to create a lot of happiness in the long run. But these changes are necessary so that we can get back on track, and that's exactly what it says on the card, which I totally agree. Whatever's happening in the world right now is necessary to be able to allow positivity to come through. Can we have some more clarification on this, please? Oh, straight away. I'm feeling like that they're asking you to make sure that you have people around you and that you've got a good support system, because although these happy times are coming, I do feel like that this mundane, low vibrational energy is going to stick around for a little bit longer. So we need people around us that understand the path that we're on or the situation that we're in. And it doesn't surprise me, but the Go Within card has come out, which is saying that it's time for us all to go within, work from the inside out. And there's a massive call for it at the moment, but we are all being asked to wake up, basically, go within, work from the inside out, meditate, connect with our guides and our angels, be positive, and understand that everything that's happening right now is for our higher good, for the new world to be able to manifest. So Let me just see if there's anything else that needs to come out.
Everybody, I think, need to understand we have to change ourselves, our thinking to change the world. There is no such only one savior will come and change everything in the world. We need to work on that ourselves. Each and every one of us have to work, do the inside work, and Christine and I are willing to help you. I'm at the moment working on what you can afford basis. So if you need some help and support, please come to me, knock on my doors. All Christine's and my contact details is below the video. So please take the chance and use it.
Yeah, I think that's an important point to make. There are two more cards that have come out that are very irrelevant, but we are being called to action right now. You know, Christians will believe that Jesus is going to be coming back and that's the second coming. But what they don't realize is that Jesus, God, lives within every single one of us. We are a massive, huge grid. And we are connecting. If you imagine, and this is how I imagine it, if you picture the universe, the blackness with stars all around, and there's some stars that are brighter than others. That's us, humans. And as we wake up, these stars light up, and they are more prevalent, and then you can see them more than other stars. And then another one will light up, and then those two lights will connect, and then another one will light up, and they'll connect. And then you end up seeing a massive, huge grid. And we're all connected. And that is exactly what we're being called to do right now. Because we are lifting the consciousness of the planet. Nobody is coming to save us. I'll say it again. Nobody is coming to save us. It is literally us that need to save us. We are saving ourselves. And by doing that, we have to go within. It's the most important thing that everybody can do right now, and lift your own consciousness to be able to light yourself up so you light other people around you. And that is what we're seeing right now. So yes, negativity is happening, but that is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning. They're scared. We're waking up and they're going, crap, what are we going to do? Let's create an illness. Let's create a war. It's not real. And we have to stop engulfing ourselves into the negativity, because that's what they're doing it for. That's what they're creating the negativity for. But going back to the cards, this is Six of Thoughts. Peaceful times are on the horizon. The storms have passed, and now you can see that your destination is within sight. The stress in your life will begin to fade away, allowing for happier times. It may be necessary to take a journey over water or to another country. Always has these little captions at the bottom. I don't feel like we're going to travel or anything, but that's a very prevalent card in that things are going to get better, but we just need to ride the wave. And then the last card that came out, which is beautiful, choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked. The negativity will block you. Concentrating on the negative will block you. You won't be able to wake up if you stay in the darkness, if you carry on watching the news. Two people came in the shop yesterday and they were talking about, oh, isn't it terrible what they're saying on the news? I said to them, I don't watch the news, so I don't know. And they were gobsmacked. And as I was saying this, stop watching the news because it's negative, and you could see them looking at the floor and they weren't agreeing. And I thought, they're not going to make it. Anybody that keeps their vibration low will not make it to the new world. It is as simple as that. And I worry about my husband sometimes because well, a lot of men are, but he's very negative. But he will sit there and watch the news. And I'll say, what are you doing? Why are you watching it? But we have to choose freedom. And then, let me just see what else there is. Yeah, so this card is saying, stop blocking yourself and free yourself by choosing other options, going down different avenues. And that is by going within, and stop worrying about what's happening in the world because it's not important. It really isn't important. You're important. Going within is important. Sorry, I could go on and on and on, so I've got to shut myself up.
Yeah, Terry is telling, sorry to hear you having headache. Sending you healing vibes. Remember to hydrate and drink lots of fluids too.
Oh, bless you. I think it's it's gone now, and it just shows that the spirit that was here was very suppressive, actually. Uh,
Maybe somebody, it just came to my head because I'm connecting to my guides as well every time when I'm coming on shows. Uh, just came on my head. Maybe this Eric was to somebody who actually will be watching at some point later.
yeah, maybe it'll be interesting to see whether he comes back through or not.
It would be if somebody who is watching our show in the future, because it will be in Facebook, you can find in YouTube, you will find it will be there. So if you realize that this Eric's message is yours, please leave comment because that would be very interesting. We do like Christine and I like follow-ups of information what is going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, next one. I know we're running a little bit over the time, but I want one more question from what it's collected and then go to our usual, if it's okay for you.
Yeah, of course.
Next question again is from Antra. What cards can say what cards can say will there be any more lockdowns in England?
I don't need to ask the cards this. I've felt it for a very long time, and I do feel like yes, there will be another lockdown. Um, the same with what I was saying a minute ago. They are running scared. When I say them, I mean the government, the people that control us. So anybody that controls us in any country, not just in England, um, are fighting to make sure that we don't wake up. And as more people wake up and as they realise it, they will again become very scared, and their actions will become very sporadic and very odd over the next 2 years. I'm feeling. I mean, when I say that things are going to get better, it is going to get worse before it gets better. And we have to hold on to the positivity and um, connecting with each other like this, and knowing that you have your tribe family out there that you can connect with. I actually have a group that we should leave the link to, but it is a community of people that are like-minded, um, because we are going to go back into lockdown. We're also, I've always felt this, but they will hit us hard. It's already started happening with fuel, with gas, electric, and water. All of us are paying more bills. That is going to get worse to the point where, I mean, it won't be true because there's an abundance of gas and electric and water, but they will restrict it from us to the point where we won't have any. Um, we will have to find other ways of having gas and electric and water. It's not unusual. If you look at South Africa, I know a gentleman over there that has to have a generator because the government will turn off the gas and electric. So he has to go outside, turn his generator on, and that's the only way he can have light, or he'll have to use candles. We've already prepared ourselves. We have a caravan, and my husband's brought some solar panels to go on top of it. So prepare yourself. We've got gas and electric. We've got gas in the caravan. We use gas canisters. It's not something that I've done as yet, but it's something I will be doing. But stock up on bottled water, um, uh, unperishable foods. I'm hoping that it's not going to happen, but it's always good to be prepared, and it's something I've always felt. Before COVID hit, I did have a massive feeling that something big was going to happen and that it wasn't going to be good. And then COVID hit. And I've still got that.
Try not to say this word too
Sorry,
many
yeah,
times,
sorry, yeah,
please.
apologies. Um, and I've got that feeling again, and that's what my feeling is. So, yeah, be prepared, people. Sorry.
Yeah. I I'm a little bit not a lot, but little bit different than Christine, because I think, yes, something will happen probably, but I think it will be short-lived. If it's big, then will be like week or two maybe of problems, not like long term. In my thoughts, maybe because I'm on different timeline and I'm just not letting this fear of it will go down, it will be horrible or something. I'm not letting in.
Yeah.
I just
I don't think it's
I
about
am
letting it in or
prepared.
not.
So
Sorry, but I was going to say I don't think it's about letting it in or not. It's there regardless. The mindset that we're in, yes, we know that it's not real. We know that it's fake, and we've just got to ride the storm. But on a different timeline or not, you know, they're going to try whatever they can to prevent us from doing what we're doing. But anyway, you're very
yes.
right in we
Oh,
have to stay positive.
yes. Okay. Our last question. What advice universe wants to give our viewers for week ahead to our next show? And
So,
while Christine is shuffling the cards, I want to remind everybody that our next show will be on Friday, because there is different situations going on in our lives, and we need to change for Friday morning 10 o'clock. So on the 27th of May at 10 o'clock will be our next show. And please, everybody who are able to support us, please buy us coffee or coffee and cake. Your donations will be greatly appreciated and shared between us. It's help support our families and our work. Also, please don't forget like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel as I try to build my YouTube channel even bigger to reach more people with my content of honest, really true.
okay, so three cards have come out, and then it doesn't surprise me which ones have come out, but we've got insight and intuition. So again, intuition, insight, going within, um, trusting our intuition as well is very important right now. Listening to our inner self, going into nature, surrounding ourselves with positivity. Um, if I'm honest, I hate these questions that come to me about what's happening in the world because I don't entertain it. I don't think about it. I don't talk about it. And the only time I do is when I'm asked a question on here on a Saturday morning. So it's really important that we surround ourselves with positivity, and our intuition and insight is very important to do that. If you're not listening to your inner self, you're listening to what's happening in the world, and that isn't what we're being asked to do right now. Choose freedom is the second card. We're all feeling the low energies. Even outside my shop, I'll hear conversations with people, and they're going, "Don't you think the atmosphere is really, really down at the moment?" Or, "Oh, I'm feeling so down at the moment." We're all feeling blocked right now. We're all feeling the negativity. But it's up to us individually to consciously say, no, I am not interested in it. I'm not going to entertain myself. And to lift ourselves up by doing things that make us happy. And it's as simple as that. If something doesn't make you happy, don't do it. And that includes conversation. Don't talk about negativity. Don't talk about how you are feeling low, because you will continue feeling low. If you're feeling low, do something to make you feel happy. You know, the best thing that you enjoy doing, go and do it and make yourself feel happy. And the last card is the spiritual teacher. There are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light and as an example for others to follow, and seek out a spiritual mentor of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now, which is a lovely card to end on. And remember that we are both here. I am a spiritual life coach. I do spiritual medium readings like this, but I am a spiritual life coach as well, which allows us to dive deep into your subconscious mind, and to connect you with your soul, to connect you with your inner intuition, and to lead you through understanding you more as a person, understanding the conditions and the restrictions that life has put on you, and washing them away from you, understanding how to deal with things that come into your life that you don't necessarily know how to handle at the moment. Learning about how to connect with yourself will make your life a lot easier. So that's always on offer, if you want to come and talk to me.
Yeah, and Christine's contact details, same as my contact details, is below the video. So, from our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching our show. Those who cannot watch our show live, and remember, next live show will be next Friday on 27th of May at 10 o'clock in the morning. Not Saturday, but Friday morning. So those who cannot make it to the show and do have some questions burning in their minds, please send those questions to me and I will ask on the show your questions. So from our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching. God bless.
Thank you. Bye.